Hey, how you guys doing? I figured I'd just make a quick video for you guys. I'm about to go on a trip, so I'll be gone for the next three and a half weeks, so I won't be trading at all, really. So I figured I'd show you two good trades I took this morning. First one we're going to go over is on Play. Play was actually a gap up stock on the day, uh, but as with most things, you just kind of wait for the open to see what happens. So that's what I did. And at the open, it flushed down actually. I didn't want to push higher. So I flushed down and I wasn't going to chase. So I just kind of was patient and waiting, looking to take it short on a pullback. So that's what I did. I started to pull back up here and I went short, right? But I went short a little bit too early. Quite hadn't reached the VWAP or the 20 moving average, the 20 EMA. And so after I went short there, it kept pushing. And I wasn't feeling comfortable. I was unhappy with my entry and I was risking it continuing higher since it was a gap up stock. So I decided just to get out, right? Just to cover my butt. And thankfully or unfortunately, it decided to actually reject off VWAP, which is good. So rejected off VWAP, and then I was patient, just kind of waited. And as it started to go back up towards VWAP again to test it again, the tape was looking really weak. So that's when I decided that I was going to take it short again for another rejection off of VWAP. So that's what I did. I went short here. It did push a little bit higher right there, but I had to stop here above this previous candle's high. And thankfully, it did reject again, right? So it had this big flush down. And I pat myself on the back for this part because, as if you remember from previous videos, I had commented on my issue being taking profits too quickly, right? You see these big red candles, and you're like, ooh, you get excited, right? You want to take some profits. But that's not my target. Not my price target. I was looking for it to go lower, so I was patient and waited. So it did this little flush down, and then it consolidated, went sideways again, and then it had three red candles, which is a sign for me that it was going to continue lower. And thankfully it did. And it did another big flush down right here. And this is where I started having targets a little bit above 52 and 25-cent increments. So 51.75 area, 51.50 area, and then my lowest cover was almost not quite 51.25. I took it a little bit earlier than that, but I got almost $1.25 out of it, $1.50 out of it, which is great, right? So this was a great trade. I just wish I didn't mess up this beginning part, but overall, the trade on Play turned out really nice. So the next one we're going to go over is STNE. Let's see here. Sorry, let me just go and focus the chart really quick. So you guys take a look at what it was doing. Oops, I went back an extra day. There we go. All right, so STNE. STNE was a gap up stock from last week, so that's why it was on my continuation watch list, or just one of my watch lists, because it had been consolidating here and chopping around sideways. And the reason the stock had got my attention for trading today was that yesterday it had broken up above this consolidation area right here, and it got sold off hard, right? So this big top wick, right? That coupled with this morning, it had gap down. It's a small gap, but it had a gap down right there. You can see on the daily. So this candle wick with this gap down lower was a sign of a big weakness, right? So I had this on my watch list to trade to take it short. So that's what I did. Again, being patient, waiting for the opening of the morning for the stock to kind of gyrate around and figure out what it wants to do. So it did a big sell off here, you can see, but I wasn't going to chase. I was going to wait for a pullback, and that's what I did. It bounced here and went up and tested VWAP. And I was better about my entry on this one and then on the previous one than on Play. I waited for it to actually test and reject off of VWAP. So here on the next candle, as it started to go back down, I got short right here, and it worked out beautifully, right? I did a nice continuation flush here, took some profits, and then I was trying to be patient, just kind of let it wait it out. I suffered through this bounce here. I suffered through this bounce, and then I didn't take profits down here because I was hoping for it to continue flushing lower. But as I sort of had a higher low here, got a little bit nervous, so I just took off a little bit more of my position just to kind of cover my butt. And thankfully, it held the 20 EMA. I held the 9 and the 20 EMA and rode that down nicely here. And it decided, oops, and it just kind of rode the 9 and the 20, took another leg lower, and on this next leg lower, it took some profits here again. Just kind of, feeling the tape or whatever, just waiting for it to kind of continue. And let me zoom out here. And then I had a lower target and stop, and I decided just kind of wait and see what happens. So I set my stop around this kind of consolidation area here If it broke above it, then I figured the move would be done. And so it held this previous low that it set down here. And so as it started to go up, I just took off the rest of the position. But it was a great trade. I was very happy that this trade, I had a plan for this trade and it worked out beautifully. I'm happy that I spotted it as a trading opportunity based on daily here that I described earlier. And I'm happy with my patience with waiting for a rejection off of VWAP. So it was a pretty textbook play. I'm very happy with how this trade turned out. And yeah, so those were my two good trades for the day. Other ones were like small winners and small losers, so nothing worth mentioning. So that's it for me. Hopefully you guys found some useful information out of this. Again, I won't be around for the next 3.5 weeks, so I'll catch you guys end of April. So until then, good luck in the markets, happy trading, and I'll see you guys later.